Hello everyone, it's Katja Paprika with you again. Today we have another selection of post-vegetarian recipes with you. Be sure to look in the description after watching this video because there will be a link to the playlist where there are lots of similar selections of post-vegetarian. There's everything you want. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my Zen channel, to my V-Contacte group and to my channel. We do not lag behind the rest. Today we will prepare a very cool and sweet breakfast with you, or it can even be a variant for tea, dessert. We will also make a very interesting vegetable spread with you, which can be used for your sandwiches, or you can eat it with different breads, crackers while watching series. For example, I sometimes spend my evenings with hummus and crackers, or if I have such a vegetable pate, you can call it that, then I spend it with such a spread. Well, thirdly, we will prepare just awesome cutlets with you. We once cooked falafel with you on the channel. This version is much easier to prepare, much juicier and tastier. You won't regret it, and if you prepare them. Well, we move directly to let's start with a useful and tasty spread. From the vegetables, you will need Bulgarian pepper, carrot and onion, which need to be pre-baked in the oven on the grill or in the air grill. For this, we will cut each vegetable into large pieces. I will bake in the air grill on the barbecue mode, having previously sprinkled with oil and salted. And then I remembered about garlic added to the vegetables right away. I needed 8 minutes. If you bake in the oven at 200 degrees, it may take 10 to 15 minutes. In general, you should get such a light black crust as if you were doing it on a barbecue. We send the ready vegetables to the blender cup and add canned beans without any excess liquid. I have a white one, you can also use a red one. And at the final stage of grinding, we'll add spices. I have this salt with garlic and herbs and smoked paprika to give even more aroma and flavor to our spread. Grind it into a homogeneous paste, adding oil or broth if it's too dry. This is a very convenient thing that can even become a sauce if added to dishes. And you can make sandwiches for breakfast, spreading it on bread. And you don't need to add anything else to the pasta. Or you can add a little aromatic olive oil and use it as a dip for various snacks, breads or fresh vegetables in the evening or while watching series instead of harmful chips. And now the cutlets that I adore. For this, we will need to soak the red lentils for 1 hour. Do not cook, just soak. It will double in volume. The second ingredient is broccoli. I froze the core with a ladle. We need to combine the soaked chickpeas with the broccoli in a blender cup. Take a volume of 1 to 1. I have 30 grams of dry chickpeas and 30 grams of broccoli. We're getting a homogeneous paste. Because of the broccoli, this paste should not be dry. In fact, you might want to add a little flour, but we will only add salt, dry garlic and caraway seeds to it. And nothing more. We form the patties with wet hands, rolling them in flour. The dough is very soft, so just make small-sized patties. So you won't need to add flour and overcook the juicy patties. We'll fry them in a small amount of oil over medium heat, 4 to 5 minutes on each side. And when you fry on the second side, you can cover it with a lid to make sure the patties are cooked through. This is very tasty and juicy. I like this version much more than falafel. And definitely a recipe in my favorites. I highly recommend trying to cook it. It's very tasty to eat such cutlets with vegetables. And now dessert. We will need either tortillas or lavish. Delicious apples and nuts or dried fruits if you want. The apples need to be cut into thin slices without the cores. The thinner, the more delicate the filling will be. I will also take some Greek nuts. We're cutting the apple. I planned to add figs too, but unexpectedly ate them all. You need to fold the tortilla or round lavash twice in half to mark the sides of the bend. And from one side make a cut to the center of the flatbread. In this way we get 4 sectors on which we need to put the filling. I will show 2 variants. In the first one, we lay out the apples separately and the nuts with the dried and candied fruit separately. We sprinkle the apples with cinnamon and you can add honey or syrup. I have date syrup. And having prepared all 4 sectors, we begin to roll up our roll. Do everything quickly and then nothing will unravel. And the second option, I've been having breakfast all week since I bought a new chocolate peanut butter. We also lay out the apple slices without the peel and spread the remaining 2 sectors with peanut butter, and we add the nuts to the apples. This option is of course the coolest, but if you have any nut paste or urbeck at home, we make a sandwich and send our triangles to be toasted on both sides. You can add a little oil to get an interesting crust. You can do it on a dry frying pan. The main thing is to make both sides golden. So we get a crispy crust on the outside, and inside the thin apples become soft and tender. And the version with cinnamon and nuts begins to resemble strudel. With such a breakfast, your morning will be beautiful, and the mood will make everyone passing by smile. Be sure to prepare this delicacy for tea or morning coffee. Well, that's all from me. Be sure to like this video and you can share it on your social networks. This way you can really help the channel grow. Be sure to check out the description. All the links are waiting for you there. This was Katja Paprika. Listen to yourself and your body, and let's eat delicious, healthy food.